at your homies, see if they're doing okay.
Man, you know we all gotta lock down on that quarantine. Unless you are essential, damn man, I hope you keep it clean. Wash your damn hands 40,000 times a day. If you try to talk to me, please stay 6 feet away. Yeah, I'm checking in on all my homies, doing all the FaceTime, Google Hangout, Skype, and you know I gotta make a rhyme. If you tryna holler at me, go ahead and hit me up. I'm just trying to check in on my homies, man, what's up?
Hey homie, you good? I'm just checking in, you should. Holler at your homies, ask you good. Hey homie, you good? I'm just checking in, you should. Holler at your homies, see if they're doing okay. Hey homie, you good? I'm just checking in, you should. Holler at your homies, ask you good. Hey homie, you good? I'm just checking in, you should. Holler at your homies, see if they're doing okay. Hey homie, you good? I'm just checking in, you should too. Holler at your homies, ask you good. Hey homie, you good? I'm just checking in, you should too. Holler at your homies, see if they're doing okay.
Hey, feel me. Happy Valentine's Day, man.
What? Oh, hey.
Hey, feel me. Happy Valentine's Day, man.
What are you talking about?
You like your gift, man?
What's gotten into you, Neil? You're acting weird, man.
I don't know. I guess I just got struck by Cupid's arrow.
You mean Cupid's arrow? It's Cupid's arrow.
I don't know. I guess I just got struck by a Cuban arrow, man.
No, Cupid's arrow.
Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you, man. Happy You are a sweet girl. Happy Valentine's Day to you, girl.
Coming to you live from the most carry-acting corner of the internet, it's Late Night with Chill Neil. Tonight, Wednesday, February 10th, we have musician, comedian, and all-around super homie, Bill Cleveland. And Illunimati Corp member and admin of Rizzler, Adryn Alvarez, with special musical performance from Chill Neil and Werecat Boy Made. Now here's your host, Chill Neil.
Oh, damn. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week with Late Night with Chill Neil. I am just so pleased to be here with you all. I hope y'all are having a great time. I know we like to play around with the Valentine's jokes at the top of the show, but I really feel like tonight's theme for the show is not loving somebody else, but loving ourselves so that we can love others better. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important. And speaking of which, I'm going to shout out in the chats right now. Let's see what's going on. I see Charles William, what's up? He says favorite time of the week. That's amazing. T. Castillo, what's up? Zach, what's up? Yelling in the back, what's up? This is wonderful. And, before we get too deep into the show, I did want to give a quick shout out to last week's guests. We had some really great guests. We had Daniel Puwarty, and we also had Rachel Werfel. And the reason I bring them up is because I love them. They were great guests. I was so caught up in the conversation that I forgot to show their memes. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to throw up Werfel House memes here. I think her memes are hilarious. Make surgery grape again. We're just going to let those flash up for a second while we catch up in the chat. And Rachel, we had such a great conversation. One of the funniest things that I enjoyed and I will continue to think about is I brought up Twin Peaks to her and she was like, yeah, I just really thought Twin Peaks was funny because the way people act about it. Like that they get so worked up about it and act like it's so important. And I thought that was personally extremely funny, especially as somebody that has consumed the media and been in on it and made jokes about it. It's nice to take something that you can take too seriously, and lighten it up. But shout outs to Rachel. And then also we had the homie Daniel on the show, which was amazing. Daniel was opening rare meme related action figures that he had bought these for reselling purposes, but he was willing to share them with us on the show. He was willing to bust open these packages and get these toys out. He had a whole handful of toys. He had the Sponge Gar. He had Spawn. He had, which is not, I guess we were talking about how we need to bring Spawn memes back. And then he also had, of course, Bane and Joker, which are, huge meme action figures to me. But anyway, excuse me, I'm getting a little because I did have a very good dinner, which goes right into the theme of the show, y'all, is that we got to make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you eat real good. Make sure you check out Daniel's page, Pendleton, Maine, because I didn't get to show his memes during the show. But, man, he is a good meme creator, comedian, film star, so many things. Another quick shout out before we pivot, shout out to the homie Matt Moyer, because I know he's off the social medias right now, but perhaps maybe he's watching. If you are, what's up, man? We love you, and we look forward to when you feel like coming back on the internet to do your thing. Man, with all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to have such an amazing show. Two people that I just really love that are like brothers to me in certain ways. We have Bill Cleveland and we have Rizuler on the show. Homies, big homies in different ways. So let's go ahead and get it started. Let's go ahead and welcome the homie Bill to the show. Bill Cleveland, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Wow, this is look at you.
Bop, 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 bop.
How's
it going, brother? Goddamn, good to be here. It's sincerely absolute fucking pleasure. Been stoked on this for a minute.
Well, I remember when you called the date, you were like, I call Valentine's Day, and I didn't hesitate for a moment. I was like, Bill Cleveland, February, whatever it is, 10th. That was the closest date. I mean, you know how that is when your birthday falls on a holiday, or I'm sorry, birthday falls on a weekend. You got to choose which is the closest. So we could have done next week, but here we are.
Yeah, it's an eternal hump day with this show,
It really is. We are getting over the hump together. Right now, tonight.
Yeah, no, mad stoked on it. I mean, shit, tomorrow's Thursday. So basically tonight's Thursday.
Yeah, by the time the show's done, some people will be well into Thursday. Oh, Bill, where'd you go? We got to get back. Oh, there he is. Bill.
Oh, there we go.
He's back.
What the fuck's the internet, am I right?
Live television, folks. You love to see it. We just, fuck it, we'll do it live. People are really shouting you out in the chats right now. Hug reacts for Bill. Care reacts for Bill. Comics Misexplained. What's up, Jason? Says doppelganger. Dang, he called your.
Yeah.
I understand now. I got so distracted. Y'all didn't know that Bill was hiding this from me. He had to get up.
Get to Oakland, baby. Whoa.
All right, well, let's get into some hard-hitting questions here right now. I got to know, for you, is it mayo or is it mustard?
Neil.
This is a big deal.
Neil. Neil, 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 Neil. Neil, 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 Neil. Neil, Neil, Neil. Neil, 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 Neil.
Is that the Nickelodeon song?
Neil, 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 Neil. Neil, 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 Neil. Neil.
Are you pleading the fifth through Neil onomatopoeia right now?
Neil, 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 Neil. Neil, 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 Neil. Neil, 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 Neil. Neil, 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 Neil. Anyway,
That was amazing.
it's aioli.
Okay. It's aioli for you, which is technically a form of mayo. Am I wrong?
Wow. You're talking to my aioli all wrong. Yeah. No. Same boat.
Okay. Well, I
I just wanted to do that bit. I heard you ask about mayo and mustard, and I had a vision of doing Scatman to your name. And, here we are, preserved eternally on the internet. So, thank you. That's it. I'm out of material. Good to see you, folks.
if anybody is watching on Twitch, clip that, please, because that was legendary. Okay, but let's get even more deep into this same conversation. Do you prefer sweet or dill pickles?
Ooh, dill, all the way.
Yeah.
I'll give a bread and butter a shot.
Correct answer.
I'm a real dill motherfucker, man.
I am also big on the deals, which leads to one question I've actually asked. This is a repeat for the longtime viewers, but when it comes to pickles, are you a wholes, halves, or spears?
Very much depends on the application.
That's fair. Well, if you had to choose, you had no application knowledge yet.
I mean, I guess if I had to pick one, I'd take holes because you make anything out of it. But I'm kind of on the spear tip, you know? Bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum. Lost the pen, but
So I've been trying to get to know Bill the Thrill for a long time, and I think that's what's so interesting about the internet is that, one day you send a friend request or you're seeing somebody in the comments, the next day you're like, damn, it's like we're homies. But like there's so much I don't know about Bill the Thrill. Like, when did you even become Bill the Thrill? When was that title ascribed to you?
there's actually, I can tell you the exact fucking moment it happened. It was my first big move out of the Carolinas, and I was working at a bike shop in Flower Mound, Texas. And it was just me and this one homie shutting down the shop in the afternoon. And there's this 12-year-old gal that came in to her parents were shopping elsewhere. She's like, I'm gonna check out the bike shop. And my homie Eric was playing full uncle mode. He was like, all right, that's what's up. We'll make this entertaining for you. And so they're at this point of conversation where they're like, oh yeah, well, big things come in small packages. I bet I can do a split and you can't. And he was like, yeah, well, I'm busy. Bill, you're just cleaning bikes. Do a split. And they didn't know that your boy had just finished Hatha teaching certification. So I was like, well, I want to be cool. I'm seated right now. So seated, that's a new word. But yeah, no, we were split down in a bike shop in Flower Mound, Texas during Tour de Lance years at that. And then we went out drinking that night and they were like, goddamn Bill the Thrill right here. And I was like, I think I can work with that.
Amazing. Well, it's very funny to me because I saw a lot of things that you did on the internet with, all the beverages that you have represented. You come on the scene in a strong way, but I know you have a history of so many different disciplines, some that are interesting to me. Now look at this guy. Look at it. He's going to send me a case of that, by the way, everybody. But, okay, so say it again. Hold on. Say it again.
It's like a sour pina colada that makes you poop good.
Nice. We're all about those good poops on this show. So when you came on the scene, I know you've done a lot of stand-up stuff and you've been hosting stand-up shows, and then you've had a history in different types of, music, bands, punk, rap, all kinds of, but I don't know, help me fill in the gaps here. Where did you launch into your creative, sphere early on?
Oof. Yeah, no, man, we just need to do like a Barbara Walters special one night if you want like the full like thrill
It's
saga.
happening right now. You're on it.
There's a clock tick, my man.
Fair enough. Give me the Cliff Notes.
I've been playing music since I was like a squirt. Viola Gang, shout out forever. And then played that all through high school. Got into like the punk and metal scenes. It was many years before I actually had a band. And I don't know, as a kid I was like, I'll never be in a punk band. And I was like, sure as shit, you're in a fucking punk band, man. We would just play everything as fast as we fucking could every goddamn time. But it was awesome and super fun dynamic. Shout out the Dirty Special. You can see some weird shit online on that. But yeah, then like I guess a big part of it is like I went to school for environmental science and policy, got real jaded in the scene. I was there when Nancy Pelosi said in 2007, if you vote blue, there will be a Green New Deal. She said it. But yeah, jaded as fuck. So I moved back to Charlotte from upstate New York and was like, I don't know, I want to catalyze good where I can. And started hosting events and shit and just being goofy. And was like, oh yeah, no, this is cool. I get to have like positive engagement and the ability to steer in the micro versus the macro. And then that led to like musical projects and shit. And then life throws you some curveballs and you just ride the snake.
Ride the snake.
I've been wearing your heat
It's always
and I'm taking your meth beads.
That's always one of my favorite Jim Carrey sketches ever. He really committed to that with the teeth and everything. Well, I appreciate you being willing to try to, take your entire life sauce and reduce it down for us. You had a nice simmer going. You took all the ingredients, and now we have this nice roux or consomme or something going with Bill on the show. I couldn't ask for anything else, but something I want to know about is like, you are now on the kombucha tip, and I was all about that booch myself for a while when I was trying to say off the sauce, but you have combined the two, the booch and the sauce.
It's fucking great, man, honestly.
So you're saying you can poop and you can get your probiotics right?
You party and you poop better. And like, if that's not the American dream, given the present context, what is?
Seems unlikely.
What is?
Well, if everybody didn't know this, if you watch the second episode of Chill Neil and Friends, Lil Neil's Juice Box, we did get Bill in there right at the very last moment. He is the succulent, and we threw a little can of Urban Roots right next to him.
Urban Roots, local roots, motherfucker.
That's my specialty. I don't know how to say shit. I get it, I get it semi-right half the time.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, draws are starting to come out, by the way. Southern boys, yeehaw.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's usually out by now.
Oh, yeah.
So you're
sure.
from the South Cackalack, the North Cackalack? Which Cackalack?
Oh, North Cackalack.
Oh, I see you just drew the line in the air. You're like, hold up.
The little crook for Mecklenburg County. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, one of my best friends, shout out to Dave B, BGB, homie, was a South Cackalack person. That was my first exposure. That's not true. That's not true at all. But I have many exposures to the Carolinas. Give me something that stands out that is, when I accidentally said you were from South, what is to you the biggest differences that stand out? Because y'all are right there. For me, growing up in Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, they're right. We're touching tips to each other, but there's enormous differences. So,
well, you were talking about the other week how, especially being in like kind of triangle areas where you are like at the crux of multiple states, there, regional identity gets really fucking weird because borders are fucking imaginary.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so like the biggest thing, man, straight is barbecue. Duh. South Carolina, it's good. It can be very good, but the cliche is a mustard-based sauce,
Right.
where like American barbecue started in North Carolina. Like everything can be fucking fantastic, and I'm not taking away the validity of any barbecue. But as a North Carolinian, it's smoked pork with a vinegar-based sauce. And you get in the Western North Carolina, you get a little bit more viscous, kind of resembles more of like a Kansas City sauce.
Okay.
Ain't mad. Love it. When I smoke my butts, I'll always make a whole bunch of like vinegar sauce and use a little bit as like a dressing to it, just so some of it's there to cut the fat. And then when you make your plate, make a sandwich, do whatever, then you can play with some more sauces. But huge difference right there is barbecue approach.
Absolutely. That's actually that could start a whole nother civil war right there in the South. The different barbecue. I mean, hell, you took it all the way to Kansas City already, where you could go from, just the Cackalax to Memphis to, St. Louis. There's so much variety. And for Memphis, barbecue is a sensitive subject. Like,
I was seeing a gal out in Memphis for a minute, and I had some Central barbecue, and it was fucking proper. It was fantastic. Yup.
Central barbecue that's what's up.
No, Memphis has some killer fucking food, man, and especially barbecue, like lots of genres. And that's one where like it's like growing up in various capacities, but getting over your own bullshit about barbecue. Big step. If you're gonna be smoking meats, you gotta love all smoked meats.
That's fair.
And that's the fundamental part of it for me. Yeah.
Love your own barbecue, but use that as a way to love all barbecues, right? Focus in on your own barbecue for a bit. Learn to love it, and then share that love with the homies.
Chop it up. Down with the goodness.
Chopping up the goodness. I actually had a nice salad right before the show, which is I did have some pizza to balance that out, but it had olives on it. So we only were lacking a few colors of the rainbow on my plate.
All olives? Or do you only black olives?
They were
only
just
green
black olives on the pizza tonight, but I do like all varieties of olives. Do you have a favorite olive?
When I drink martinis, I'll eat olives.
But wait, hold on. Are you trying to tell me that to you, olives are just a nasty grape?
They're not a nasty grape. No. But they're not in my like pull list.
Who made that joke? There's a meme out there. I feel like it was.
They did surgery on a nasty ass grape.
No, I'm gonna have to reference it back. If anybody in the chat knows who made it, it was from Glee, and they took Jane Lynch, and she said, "When God made olives, He said, I will make a grape that is so nasty." And I feel like it's Berto or somebody. Anyway, y'all fact check me in the chat. I never have fucked with the. You know?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're telling
I
me.
was encouraging the internet to do as they do.
I'm checking the chat. Nobody knows yet. Somebody did bring up crabs in North Carolina, because y'all do have something that's different about Tennessee is we don't have any oceans.
Oh yeah. In North Carolina, ocean's mad different too, because you got the Outer Banks and like crazy thing like mad pirate history, because there are a lot of like crazy coves and shoals and shit. But once you get past the Outer Banks, you're still like you can navigate. But like Edward Teach, Blackbeard, that was Bath, North fucking haunt when he wasn't doing international water shit. Look at me, I'm the North Carolinian now.
We need to get out to international waters right now, man. Shit.
Could you
I've been
imagine
stuck
what we
in
could do on this show in international waters?
Oh my God. We'd have to get a satellite dish or something. That would be amazing.
Well,
Pre-tape it and send a disc to the homies to broadcast it.
shout out Jerry Wayne. Let's work on that.
Hey, what's up, Jerry, man? I love Jerry so much. The dude is always leaving me voicemails on his butt dial. I got a 3-minute one the other day, and I couldn't tell what I was listening to.
Hear the Toki frogs in the background?
We need to go to visit him.
Yeah. Oh, dude, let's go to Umakau and Mariana, man. I was down there in 2019, and it's just incredible, beautiful. And the community is just fantastic. Like, there's this tile mural at the community center that my Spanish is not that good. I'm working with my neighbor and we talk in Spanish, but I'm not there. Turns out, gringo. But it translates to "glory to the hands that work" in this huge tile mural on this retaining wall at this community center, mountaintop in eastern Puerto Rico. And it's just fucking sick. They bought the land through throwing these guava festivals twice a year and use the proceeds from that. And now they own it and they keep investing in it. And yeah, I'm so thankful I got to kick it out there and see what he's doing. Some abuelas making us fucking lunch every day. It was sick.
Well, shout outs to Joshua Aaron C, because we had been talking for a long time about doing a some kind of weird Facebook, whatever you want to call the community that we have, the post weird Facebook community meetup. Maybe that's how we do it.
Dude, it's also, once like vaccines and travel are a thing, y'all gotta come to the goddamn Bay. Like, best Chinese food.
Bruh, I'm so ready.
Those are the winds of enjoyment blowing.
I am so ready. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Going and seeing people and shit. Like, I mean, we're in, like, hold, people. Hold.
We're very close.
Hold your shit together, because everybody's losing their fucking mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been around casually like fourth wave COVID fatigue.
Yeah.
And we all got brain soup.
It's bad.
You know?
It's real bad.
But we're in it together, and that's why we got to love ourselves and treat ourselves well.
Exactly. That's right, folks. You heard it here tonight on Late Night with Chill Neil with your homie Bill. We're making sure to take care of ourselves. Keep it up. We're almost through some of this bullshit, so we can start getting back to some sort of normal. Make sure you check out Bill online in all the places. Bill Cleveland on Facebook, Attila the Fun on a lot of other places. It's been such a pleasure. I've been looking forward to this episode for so long. Is there any advice you would want to leave us with for people that are looking to eat the rainbow, Bill? What would you say if you could just give them one random idea for some rainbow consumption?
Yeah, give me a couple minutes and I might make a multimedia presentation about it. How about that?
How about we come back at the end of the show? Maybe we can make some kind of song about it.
Let me see what I can do real quick here.
All right.
And I'll get back.
All right. Sounds good. Well, hey, everybody, stay tuned. Once again, thank you, Bill, for being on the show. Everybody stay tuned. After a short commercial break, we're going to welcome the homie Razuler to the show. Love you so much, man. We'll be right back.
Love is pressure, and pressure creates diamonds. This Valentine's Day, show her how much you love her by giving her the gift of LaBouffe. Introducing LaBouffe's 69-carat brown diamond series for 2021. Happy Valentine's Day. Every shit begins with...
Hello, Chill Neil. I'm Chef Brodelli. Select your lettuce type for the Brodelli salad system to begin.
This one.
Romaine lettuce. Thank you. Salad processing. Ingredient 2.
Yeah.
Unexpected item entered on the Brodelli salad system. Please remove
what?
illegal item. Illegal
What?
item. Illegal item.
Oh, hell no.
Local authorities have been notified.
Oh. No.
Select guilty or not guilty.
Not guilty. Not guilty, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have selected not guilty. Please select ingredient 2.
Yeah. That one.
Invalid entry.
Wait.
Your order has timed out. Your salad will contain the following 1 ingredient.
I got
Romaine lettuce. $79.99 will be charged on your next billing cycle. Please prepare your home for the drone arrival.
Bop, 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 bop. Welcome back, everybody. This is our special Valentine's show. And before we welcome our next guest, the infamous Razuler, we wanted to check out a segment from some folks that have submitted to the show before. If you remember our segment, Snails and Fails, well, then you're going to be very excited to see this next one that we got lined up for you. It's something new and different called Whales and Fails. Let's check it out. Roll it. Whales and Fails. Wow, everybody. Whales and Fails. Whales and... All right, everybody. Let's welcome our next guest to the show, Razuler. Welcome. So glad to have you here. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
Very well. You look really nice. You're the only person I think so far that has dressed up for the show.
Oh, man. I had to. Hold on. It gets nicer.
Oh, shit.
How's
Dang. Oh
this?
my gosh. I got it. Well, I do have to give props to Bill because Bill basically came through with the same energy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh
I
man.
gotta say,
Well,
though, this feels like $1 million right here. I understand why you dress like this.
I
so
am dying right now.
This is like business casual times 10.
How did you do this? It's the fucking perfect. All right, so I do need to dig into something important because I heard that you had the tea going right before the segment started. When it comes to tea, what is the upper echelon of teas?
Man, I wouldn't know. I'm like the dirt bag of tea consumers. I like just like the sleepy time green, and then I'll just do like plain green tea, and that's about it.
All right, that's all we need to know. I mean, I
actually,
think...
you know which one's like crack is the buffalo, the one you get at the store with the buffalo on it, dude. Like the first time I had it, I'm like, oh, this tastes like pipe tobacco. Why would anyone drink this? And then by the second bag, dude, I was hooked. I was going through boxes like daily. So I can't do that anymore. But there you go.
I do personally fuck with a lot of teas, and I also basically just got reduced down to coffee light is what I do with the chai and espresso blend. I don't know shit about tea either. I don't.
It sounds fancy.
It is in the tea aisle. I don't know.
Some English person is watching this right now and laughing at us.
That's fair because Americans, we love coffee. Are you a coffee person, or you've gone down to tea away from coffee?
I've gotten away from coffee because I overdo it. And I feel better actually. Tea makes me like really shaky and nervous, but I like the energy that tea brings.
Okay.
It's very peaceful, very zen.
I respect that a lot. I actually have the same, because sometimes you want to have a nighttime drink and you don't want to have a big ass cup of coffee. You need to have the right type of tea. Shout outs to Captain Jean-Luc Picard for representing the Earl Grey at all times.
There you go.
Well, thank you for delving just a toe into the food discourse. It's always an important part of the show for me. It's just to get to know your tastes a little bit. In the chats, they're talking about, let's see, Comics Mix Explained says comfort tea from Tivana. He got it exclusively by Starbucks. That's crazy. You can only get it on eBay now. Wow. So there you go. That's like the upper echelon of tea. Never even heard of such a thing. Well, look, you and I came to know each other through the world of memes on Instagram, which is crazy to me because I was talking to Bill, and the way I got to know him was similar through meme sharing, but on Facebook. And, you know, I have to give props. I think it was probably our homie Sean Speezy that was sharing some of your memes. And then that came into my sphere, and I was like, yo, Razuler, I think you were one of the first people to join into the Illunimati Corporation after the first little cluster of people started doing stuff together.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
was one
just
of the
curious,
first babies.
yeah, you were like, you know, I don't even consider it the next generation at this point because it's such a tight group, big group, but a tight group. But like, I always find it interesting. How do you find your way into making memes at all? How did that become something that you know, creatively did?
I needed therapy. I needed therapy, and I had a hard time finding a therapist. But I found that there was this great group of people online making very personal stuff that I could relate to, and I was never exposed to that sort of stuff before that. So I just decided to jump in at some point, and it really paid off. I think like you can tell if you go really far back in my work, you'll see like my style changes as my mental health progresses. And now it's just kind of like silly, absurdist stuff because I feel good.
Hell yeah. I do think it's a very representative to talk about how for a lot of people screaming into the void, whether it's shit posting or meme making, you know, it is a form of therapy for a lot of people. We got to get this shit out of our brains, you know, we got to get it. And it's easier to, you know, shout it out and, you know, not have to have a direct conversation about the thought. You know, people can respond to it. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird. Does that make sense? Like, do you feel the same?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice, like hearing other people weigh in on some issues, and just, you know, it's nice to know that you're not alone.
Absolutely.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I find I'm able to say things in a post that I can't even say to my closest circle of friends because you're so guarded in person sometimes. You're not willing to let the wall down. But when you got that damn phone, you just and just shit out some things that, you know, oh yeah, that felt great. I don't think I would have ever said that. And, you know, I don't know about you, but like being on Facebook, you know, you either have your real friends or you have that community of people that are all doing that shit, you know, and that's a weird line to ride. Like, yeah, that's why I appreciate these meme pages like the Illunimati Corp, man. I can't make cum jokes on Maine.
Exactly.
I just can't do that.
Yeah, I don't really tell people, like people either know me from Instagram or somewhere else. Like they like usually people, if they didn't meet me on Instagram, they don't know about my Instagram. I like to keep it that way. But it is really cathartic to just go to a bunch of strangers and just like expose your inner demons or whatever, you know.
And then find, you know, validation. Maybe validation is the wrong word, but to find, you know, understanding and some kind of community from it all is the weirdest thing, you know. Like,
yes,
I didn't spend a lot of time on Instagram, and then I kind of fell into so for people that don't know, I also run a page called Blamrat, which is not even a word, but you know, if it weren't for that page, which is a spoof on Walmart, I would not be spending any time on Instagram at all. So, you know, the homies in the Illunimati Corporation, there's a whole lot of people that joined up, like have been on the show. McDonald's, Kurger Bing, LOL Caesars, Razula is the next one now on the show. And then we got a whole lot more homies coming through. But like, you know, that to me, that is the nexus of the Illunimati Co. is Instagram. Do you fuck with any of these other sites like Facebook or Twitter or TikTok even?
Not really, man. My interest is so spread across a bunch of different topics that I don't want to dedicate myself too much to making memes or just like I know right now I'll open Twitter and I'll be on there for an hour before I knew what happened. So I just choose to appreciate the followers I've gotten on Instagram. Met some people that have had life-changing effects on my life, like people that are still in my life today that I really care about. So I just choose to take advantage of that and let that be it for my internet presence.
Absolutely. You know, it was something that was interesting to me. I'm not going to dig too much into your business, but I do think you will have an interesting.
Feel free.
Okay, well, we can go as much into it as you want to, but I know you took some time off. You know, there was a time where we were looking for Rizuler online, and you were going through some of your own things and reshaping your life. And feel free to talk about that as much or as little as you want. But the question I have for you to start is like, having taken time away and come back into the fold of the whole meme, clout, whatever game, like what perspective did you take away from time away that you bring to the activities now, like that help it be less toxic and more healthy?
So yeah, this was like at the beginning of the pandemic. I kind of responded by trying to do something about it, and I was like making masks. I was pumping these masks out. I was overworking myself, but I was also really discouraged by how I saw society in general reacting, and I just had like a mental breakdown, I guess you'd call it. So I had to take some time off. It was like 8 months. I appreciate y'all looking for me. Everyone who it was, some people went deep, like some people like broke laws to look for me. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. But yeah, so I came back, and one big takeaway I found on Instagram is that it quickly becomes a circle jerk, like on your viewpoints, like politics, whatever. Like people kind of cluster together, which isn't a huge deal, but I think it's time that we kind of migrate away from Instagram. I want the internet to be fun again. I want people to be able to be free to say whatever they want to say, and not have to worry, this meme says the word fuck in it. Is it going to get picked up by the algorithm, by the bots, whatever? Am I going to get zucked? You shouldn't have to worry about that when it comes to artistic expression. So I'm working on that right now. I took a lot of time to learn web development, and I'm working on a website right now, which I'll be announcing in the next week or two.
Oh shit!
And yeah, hopefully that's the start of something nice. It's not anything big this time, but it's the first step to bigger things in the future.
We got semi announcements on the show, y'all. Not a full announcement. We'll have Rizuler back for the full announcement, but we almost...
Yeah, but just so y'all know, that's what I've been up to. That's where I've been dedicating my time.
Keep your eye out. I know you've been helping homies too. Like, didn't you help Real McDonald's with his site?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Great work. If y'all want to see what he's doing, y'all can go see realmcdonalds.net, I think.
Oh yeah.
.net. What?
Yeah, he'll have that site up soon. But right now it's just his Shopify. But,
my bad. Take that back. Soon you will be able to see it. But
yeah.
I did want to ask you about something that was fascinating to me. One of the things that happens in these interviews is I learn people's methods in a way that I wouldn't have if I didn't get to just talk to y'all a little bit. Like when George from Dr. Photograph was on the show, I thought he was always photographing, random products and then changing the product. But he actually would make the product and go into the store and take a picture. Now, I know there's kind of like a trend now of people that will make a product in the hand versus just floating in a light box. And I know you tend to do that where you've got the product in hand. Do you make products? Do you hold a product and Photoshop it or edit it?
I used to, and then I got tired of going to the store just to take pictures. So now, if you look real close, like a lot of those newer images are just recycled from a few months ago, and I'll just completely crop out the item and pop something new in there.
Amazing.
Like my recent one, Coins of Dodeshire, was actually just Jurassic Park, the board game.
Oh yeah. Well, we got some of your memes we can load up on the screen while we continue to talk. And
sounds good.
I think that one will come up. It was at the top, but that slideshow is going to keep on. So this one is here. You're holding pancakes. Now you've got chicken soup for the bankrupt billionaires. So I really love that. It was so timely during. But yes, I mean, I'm curious, like, I guess really all that, I did want to touch on the subject of holding a product and all that, but really what I wanted to get to is that, when we first started to get to know each other, you were really making a lot of memes on your phone exclusively, which, there's a wide range of skill level involved with memes, which it can be anything from like a screenshot with some text to like a high level edit. And it blew me away when I learned how much editing you were doing just simply on your phone, because I love to make phone memes myself. Like I love to use my phone to just make a certain type of meme, but if I'm trying to edit a product, I can't equal that level. Like when you were using only your phone, like would you give any advice to people out there that would like to, maybe play around with some of these higher level edits, but they don't have a computer or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel kind of lame because people have asked me that for a long time, and I always kind of skirted the question. But like all the ones you see on the screen are, except for Coins of Doshire, all of those are on the phone. I use an Android. I use an app called Pixel Lab, Eraser, and that's about it. Pixel Lab is crazy strong. Like even now that I'm making stuff on the computer, like my computer starts lagging. This is like a multi-$1,000 computer. Like how did it not lag on my phone, but it lags on the computer? So. Yeah, Pixel Lab, just work in layers. Like don't keep manipulating the same image. Once I learned the magic of layers on Pixel Lab, that's where it all blew up for me.
Layers is huge because that applies to so many things. If you get good at layers in Photoshop, or photo editing, you can do videos, you can do music. It's all layers at this point.
Hey, yeah, I like that, man. You do a lot. You do some really good music production. I dabble in that too a little bit, but you seem to be a lot more up on it, man. Like I was listening to the EBDBs on your last episode, and the chorus was like, "She said goodbye," and it's like that's harmonized. Like you harmonized it in autotune. Did you have to do that manually or what? Like, tell me about your music history.
I learned a quick trick. I will just share this with you and the audience. That I think a lot of people will probably know how to do this. If you're like really a producer or engineer, whatever. Anyway, I learned. I like to go find MIDI files like karaoke or video game tracks. So it's a MIDI file. It's got all the information. I load it up into my own program and I pick the sounds that I like. And I realized, oh shit, well here's this vocal line for old Adam Levine, right? And I can just slide it down into my auto-tune. So like, yeah, there were some harmonies, but they were already created from this MIDI file based on the original song. So I did spend probably a good 20-30 minutes trying to sing that shit. And like, I am not Adam Levine. So as much as I consider the dude to be a bit cringy, he got pipes, and I don't have those pipes. But yeah, all I did was I took the MIDI file. It has a melody that was being played by some fake sounding horn, and I slid it down to a file that was controlling my auto tune, so that way I could sing. And I could get close, but it would carry me over the finish line, and it felt good. It felt good enough. It was very late at night when I finished that song, so I was willing to take all the shortcuts available at that point.
Oh man, it came out great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It was
I wanted
ridiculous.
to ask you something about Lamrat too. So on this show, I noticed like your style is so loud, like there's so much happening. But Lamrat is so muted. It's like just a handful of words with a white background. What's with that contrast? Was that on purpose?
That's a great question because, really, Lamrat came out of a period of time where I was just throwing things at the wall to see what would stick. Like at the same time, Dalton started to get really popular for Real McDonald's, and Kurger Bing was blowing up. It was this wave going of people realizing they could make, these fast food parodies. I was like, I want to do that. That looks like fun. So I did several. I had a Subway page that picked up. It was called, hell, I can't remember now. It's been so long. But Lamrat was a Walmart parody at the same time. And, basically I just tried to pick a style for each one of these things. And for Lamrat, it was really easy to go find a product because they have like literally, it's like if you ever watched Lost, the Dharma Initiative had every generic product. Well, Walmart has that with great value. Every product is anything you could think of, like butt plugs or chapstick or they exist. Beans. There's so many beans, and they all exist. And the thing that's funny is that if you go buy those products now, they're a little more dressed up. But there was this period of time in the early 2010s, I think, where the cans were very simple, white, with everything was just very, very basic. That's why I bring up the Dharma Initiative, because it just reminded me of how simply the branding was made to be just a bean, And so for me, it was so fun to go to. I have trouble with it now because the branding has gotten more sophisticated, but I could go onto the Walmart page and I could look at an item and I could rebrand it in my mind without having any photo editing required, like butter, when it would be chopped up into a few pads of butter. And I looked at it and I would say, that looks like SpongeBob to me. So I would just rename it SpongeBob Torsos, and no photo editing was necessary. And I love that. It was one of my favorite things to do. I feel like I don't really have it going anymore, but yeah, that was really it. For me, it was about the exercise of going and looking at a product and see if I could reinterpret it without any, just change the words. And that was the joke.
Yeah, I find that a lot of time that's the most fun thing to do is just like get a quick interpretation and just throw it into existence where you don't have to sit there and like tweak little stuff, less is more sometimes. Absolutely.
And you let the viewer you let their imagination do the worst.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
There's so many things out there that I would just show the original product and call it something like tonsil stones or toenails, and the product was the same. It was the real product. Their mind was what made it nasty. Like I never did anything nasty to it. Well, hey, Razuler, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. You are really a person, you've embodied the self-care, like the theme of the show. You're a person that really has carried that through all the way to the end. And not only that, you are also showing love from yourself with, look at you. You are dressed as Chill Neil. You're the only person that turned the interview around on me, asking me questions about myself and my memes. That's crazy, man.
All right, my job here is done.
You're a wonderful guest. And speaking of wonderful guests, real quick before you go, I just want to give a shout out to next week. We got a really great show planned. We're going to have the homie Patrick Wynn, also known as New Scene O'Neal, or you may know him as the Turtle Club on Facebook. He's a great dude. We're going to be working on some music and talking about all kinds of stuff, as well as Kimberly Bertrand. That's a guest we've been working on getting, and we're real excited to have Kimberly on the show as well. So make sure y'all tune in next week. Razuler, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's such a pleasure to spend some time with you here on the show.
Thanks for having me, man. It was a blast.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody, stay tuned. We got another quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back with special guest Chill Neil and Where Cat Boy Made. We'll be right back.
Gee whiz, I'm so lonely. O-M-G. Love.
Welcome to Ohm Glove. Please prepare your body and mind for inner peace. Please lubricate hand now. Locate the glove in your left pocket. Commencing inner peace. Ohm Glove.
Pants floor. Pants floor. Pants floor. Pants floor.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's been another great evening, a great show with some great guests. I've just had such a great time. Make sure, if you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit like and subscribe. I don't like to talk about this, but you know what they say, self-love, you gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. So hit the like and subscribe button. If you're really enjoying the show, you can hit us up on the Ko-fi. I finally learned how to say it down there in the corner. Hit me up, kofi.com/chilledneil, just to give a little financial thanks. But that's not why we do this. We do this because we love in all ways. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and throw it to our musical guests. That's right, Chill Neil and Where Cat Boy Made.
Drop it down to the goodness. Don't stop.
internet, how do you do? Promise be better once we rascals are through, cause we chopping up the goodness in every capacity. Sharing knowledge that'll make life say damn, the audacity. Eating right, shake it up, shut down the fascists. See that armband is on site like glasses, but that's a cart before the horse. Health begins within. First you gotta eat right, you kneel, feel 'em heal.
Damn, you know the Werecat boy, they can't tell a lie. Go ahead, fill up your belly, then we take to the skies. Got a gun formed up from our powers we combine. And the homies all the love, so we make sure to survive. You know I got y'all homies. 2021, we got the good nights. Every color on my plate. People out here eating me, then they out here trying to hate. Homie, build a thrill, come through, got me eating clean. Always trying to keep the primo sandwiches up on the scene.
We eating right, we doing right. Now the right way fucking fight. Take the power of veggies, activate robot sight. Cause all comrades of mechas built to battle fascists. You know them corn jabronis stuck in bullshit molasses. Asses, asses, asses. Wink.
Wow, amazing. What a great performance to have on a late night show. I loved it. Well, hey, everybody, make sure no matter what you're doing for the self-made up holiday Valentine's Day, make sure you keep taking care of yourself so you can keep taking care of your homies. I love you all very much. That's the only thing that really matters. And I hope you have a great night. That's our show for tonight. See you next week, y'all.